Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel, or welcome back to Walton K's Way. Today we're going to be making a cooking video. Now originally this is what we had planned. We wanted to open up a cooking, or we wanted to create a cooking channel for you guys, but something's got in the way and I never went through. I wanted to just like, I have a bunch of cookbooks here, and I was looking through the recipes and I'm just like, these are things that we normally do. So I kind of wanted to like think outside the box, and I figured let me go on Google and search some like classic recipes, and I came across this and I'm like, why have I never done this? What? But yeah, we're gonna be making a steak Diane. Here are the ingredients and here are the instructions. But yeah, we're gonna be making a steak Diane. We have to go to the grocery store in a few, and we're gonna go to the liquor store because you do need cognac for this recipe. If you guys are interested in watching how this recipe turns out, keep on watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that, please. Alright guys, so I couldn't take you with me to the grocery store. I was gonna film it, but I went super last minute, so the grocery store was about to close and I didn't want to be that person, you know, filming and taking my time. So I'll just show you everything I got once I get home, and we can start prepping for the steak Diane. So see you guys at home. So for this portion of the video, I'm going to be doing a voiceover so I can explain exactly what I'm doing in each scene. Here are the ingredients, and let's go ahead and get started. Now you do need cognac for this recipe, and we decided to get this, just Patel. We figured it'd be better getting a whole bottle instead of a flight, because you do only need 2 tablespoons, but it's a lot cheaper if you just get a whole bottle. Our side dishes for today is going to be asparagus and fingerling potatoes, but you could do anything you like. I just felt like this would work together. I get a sheet pan and I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with aluminum foil. You could use parchment paper as well, but I ran out. I like trimming off the ends of my asparagus, obviously after rinsing them. And for my fingerling potatoes, I'm also gonna be cutting them in half. Now they're a little on the smaller side, so you don't really need to be cutting them any smaller than that, but that's exactly what I'm doing here, just cutting them in half. Now you want to go ahead and grab some olive oil so you could drizzle it on top of your asparagus and potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and use some Himalayan pink salt and some coarse black pepper to season the asparagus and fingerling potatoes. You can use kosher salt as well. And I'm also going to add just a few tablespoons of butter just to give it some extra flavor. Personally, I feel like this is a very important ingredient to make your sauce, and it is going to be a shallot. I'm going to use half of it only, but I feel like that's more than enough. You're going to want to dice it, give it a nice little chop. Eventually it's going to melt into the sauce, but the more it's chopped, the better. You could use New York strips for this dish, but we're using filet mignons. These are 2 8-ounce cuts, and I'm just going to season both sides with salt and pepper. Here I'm just turning on the heat to a medium high, and I'm gonna throw some butter in there and let that melt for a few minutes, or a few seconds, sorry. Now I'm just gently gonna place my 2 steaks onto the pan. Now I want to let them sit on each side for approximately 3 minutes. It could be a little less, a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and time exactly 3 minutes. So once your timer goes up, you're going to go ahead and turn it around and give it another 3 minutes on the other side. I'm just going to remove my steaks from the pan into a plate and leave the heat onto a medium low so we could go ahead and create the sauce. Now you could go ahead and add your shallots. I'm just going to mix everything so all the flavors can combine. And let's move on to the next ingredient, which is going to be Worcestershire sauce. Now this is only 2 teaspoons. And I basically eyeballed this whole recipe, but the exact measurements are 2 teaspoons. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, which is also a must, I feel like. And I'm also going to go ahead and add some beef stock. I'm going to eyeball this as well, but this is 2 tablespoons of stock. 2 teaspoons, I'm sorry. Now I'm going to stir everything together. Now for the star of the show, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of cognac. I put a little extra because we love cognac. And we just mix it a little, and we're going to let that reduce for a couple of seconds, maybe a couple of minutes. Once you see it's nice and thick, we're going to go ahead and add some heavy cream. And I'm going to be using half a cup. I also eyeballed this. I'm going to add a little bit more. And a little bit more. Because we love heavy cream. And we're just gonna let this reduce a little bit, and now you're gonna add your steaks and let that absorb all that sauce, and it's gonna be so good. It looks so thick. 2 C's. And then we're gonna wanna flip it so the other side can get some flavor too. After you let the steaks sit there a little bit, you want to go ahead and baste it just to give some more flavor. You just grab a spoon and tilt your pan a little and grab all that butter and all those ingredients, and just baste your steaks. For our side dishes, I just threw them in the oven at 350. For the asparagus, I let them sit there for 30 minutes, and for the potatoes, I let them for 45 to 55 minutes, and like I said, 350 degrees. I let the potatoes sit there a little longer so they could get nice and crispy. Now everything is ready to go, and we're just gonna go ahead and plate the dishes for you guys so you can see how fire this turned out. If you guys have any idea how this turned out, look how crispy they look. So everything was already perfectly seasoned, but you want to go ahead and add some of that extra sauce that was in the pan and just place it on top of the steaks. Because trust me, when you bite your steak into pieces and you have that sauce and you dip it in there, so good. So good. And that's basically it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you guys try it out and enjoy it as much as we did.
Toma.
Alright guys, thank you for watching our first cooking video.
Bye.
You want to do the thing? To the camera, to the camera. 1,
1, 2,
3,
3.
go!
Dale.